at TV. Congratulations, Celtics, even though Mavs is my team. But congratulations! It's all the celebration is making me happy. Even though I'm sad, but it's okay. I didn't gamble. I didn't lose any money. Who's in the chat room? Hello, William Williams. Making it spicy for the chat. Rhonda's lovely Sparks. I'm here. Hubby's over there. He's not in bed yet, so we can't get nasty. Oh boy, I'm just watching this incredible celebration with the Celtics. People are having a good time. I'm feeding from the positive energy. I am. Yeah, my Mavs lost. That's okay. I mean, I'm looking at, we need some momentum in our country. And that is what sports does for us. It has a way of bringing us together. Even though one team didn't win, still it has a way of bringing us together. That's what sports has always been. We've had leaders in sports who would travel around the world to help with world peace. And shout out to Williams for being in the Cowboy chat room. Yay! Yes, Mark Holmes, he's one of my favorite Cowboy content creators. He is fun. I have some other favorites too. I do. I have Game Time Brian. I have Primetime Phil. Of course, Slaw Nation. I have a lot. I don't like shouting out because I feel like I'm going to forget somebody. Okay? But I can tell you this. That Mark, he's like a brother to me. Even though he's not a brother. And I love his wife, Tracy. Shout out. I won what do you call it? He pulled my name. He pulled my name and I won something. I think it could be a t-shirt. And he told me to send him an email. Yep. So I'm going to send him an email. I'm surprised that my name got pulled because I hardly ever. And yes, Lola. She's my Lola. Lola. Hot sauce. I'm celebrating. So yeah, Mavs lost. I saw that. And then William said, you're listening to nothing but the best. You're listening to nothing but the best. So William Williams, you know about Law Nation? Yes, that's my baby. When I say he's my baby, it's like my son. He's a sweetheart. Yeah, boo, Celtics. I know. And look what we have, Lola. I'm not going to eat too many of these tonight. Look, Williams. It's for you, Williams. The cherries are just for you. He hates cherries. All these hot dogs. Yeah. Yeah. We didn't win. Even Asia Robinson, she's a Giants fan, Knicks fan, and she got cherries. And you know what? Okay, so where's your hot dogs? No hot dogs tonight, just cherries. But we're gonna have some hot dogs Saturday. No, tomorrow night, Tuesday. Right? Tuesday. We have Caveman, Ringo Starr, the Beatles. Yeah. And shout out again. I have to shout out to Australia. My friends from down under. Over 10,000 views just from Australia. Shout out. And here's a cherry for you, Williams. And here's a cherry for me. So yesterday, I didn't sleep too well because I had to go visit the powder room a lot last night because I ate too many cherries. Yes. It was not funny. There's so much powdering my nose a lady can do. Okay, okay. But oh my God, those cherries are so good. So when I go to the refrigerator and I get some more cherries, I think I'm just going to count 10 and I'm going to stop. I might have eaten 25 cherries yesterday. Yeah. How many is that so far? Hot dogs and cherry. Williams, you have cherries? We're going to have cherries on our hot dogs tomorrow. Hot dogs. Everybody want hot dogs. Cherries on the house. Cherries on the house. No, I'm going to take the seed out. Williams, don't make me choke. You don't want me dying live, do you? I guess I shouldn't say die. I should unalive. That's what they're trying to teach me, to use alternate words. It's so hard. I rather cuss, but since I've gotten more views, better analytics, your girl. So let's get back to Williams. Williams, you know Law Nation? Nothing but the best. I like. Forgive me for chewing in y'all's ear. I like Law Nation. All of them have something very unique about them. Mark Holmes has lots of great food. Yeah, I was a mod. Oh, you was a mod? Cool. Oh, that's incredible. Hey, Eric, what's up? He's Seattle Seahawks fan. Did I finally get right after 4 years? Because I'm always trying to make Eric a Cowboys fan. And I'm not trying to, do it on purpose. So guess who's here? Guess who I'm playing with? Huh? Guess who I'm playing with? Oh, boy, she's a big one. Oh. I kiss my cat. That's right. I kiss her. I rub her really fast because I don't want her scratching her, trying to get down. We'll see those little paws stretching. Here's Mother, everybody. It's Mother. Yes. She's right here. She's right here. So shout out to Eric. Shout out. Meow. 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 She's right here. Okay. They're in season. Hubby went shopping yesterday. Hubby goes shopping every day. It was pretty awesome. He likes to get the recipe. He studies his stuff. Then he goes and finds his ingredients. And he buys his ingredients. And what that does, it is help. It just helps him. It just inspires him to get out of the house. Inspires him to exercise. And then it's exciting, right? To just be able to go shopping, when you get older and retired, anytime you want. Oh boy, so Eddie, he's an announcer. I'm watching the Celtics get their championship award. Lisa Salters, she is there on TV announcing the championship, and they're going to give out. I'm going to turn the TV down just a little bit, so I won't get copyrighted. Larry O'Brien, Adam Silver, NBA commissioner. Of course he's there. Why did I thought that he retired? Yes, I know, Lola. Me and you feel that way. Me and you. I know. Hey, Miss Tiara, what's up? It's my sister from New Jersey. She's from Patterson, New Jersey. So we have NBA champions, the Celtics. I'm actually turning into a Seahawks Cowboys fan. There you go. Yay, Eric. Yay. Where's my Caldana, my dancing partner? Hello? If Mike is not here, who's going to dance with me? I just can't do this by myself. Hubby's worn out. His birthday, Father's Day was here. And if y'all listened to the live I had on Father's Day, when I woke up, I performed for my husband. I gave him a birthday dance. What did I see? Lola's dancing, that's right. Come on, baby. Let's get on down to the floor, baby. Get on in there, baby. Come on, don't be afraid. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Oh, shout. So his birthday is Saturday. Hubby's birthday is Saturday on the 22nd. We both are June babies. Shout out to Miss Tiara. Shout out to Miss Tiara. Hello, Miss Tiara. I am home. Miss Tiara, by the way, I told everybody that she got me the bestest birthday gift. My birthday was on June 6th. I got a lot of super chats. Thank you for the super chat, Lola. Lola sent me a super chat. And she got me this cute thing. And I'm thinking, you're calling it a lippy, right, Miss TR? You're calling it a lippy. This is what she got for my birthday. And here's the packaging, which is so cute. I'll show you the packaging, right? Look at this packaging. Isn't the packaging beautiful? Look at that. It's like Asian-inspired language. Not inspired, it is some Asian language on there. I'm just looking down at it and reading it. And she gets me this cute little, I don't know why I call it like a lip purse, but I think Miss TR calls it a lippy. Okay? And then I'm going to take this off, this color, and I'm going to put on the color. Oh my God, it's a lot of people out there, a lot of Celtic fans. I'm happy for them, you know. So anyway, I'm going to try this, right? So I haven't really studied to see what color is what. So I'm just going to, I could pop it out. It goes in here. Okay? And I push this button and it pops out. So let's try this color. Let's see what color it is. I can't read. It's an Asian language, but let's just try it. I don't know how. I guess, you know, Tony, Miss TR, is so she tunes in. And she's always said that orange is my color. That I look great in orange. So she never knew this, but I've been a fan of orange red, which is Marilyn Monroe's favorite color. Back in the day, it's an orangey red, right? So, how do you like that color? Doesn't it have a built-in mirror on the side? Yes, it does. Ta-da! My sister's teaching me. Isn't that pretty? It's a nice color. So yeah, they're still on TV celebrating. Thank you, Lola. Welcome, Williams. My cherries on top of the hot dog for the movie nights. Yeah. I know you don't like the cherries. And shout out to Eric Wallace. Hello, my Eric, who's kind of between Seahawks and a Cowboys fan. He's in between the two. He's trying to get there, but he's Seahawks too. So this is so pretty. That is lovely. Sometimes I'll put like a little shine to it, right? It's a little shine. So yeah, it has a cute little mirror. So yeah, I'm doing it in the camera light. So thank y'all for joining me earlier. Hubby and I, boy, they're kissing on that trophy, boy. Ooh, so congratulations to Celtics. Congratulations. Yeah, congratulations. I could say that. Now, if it was football, have you tried the other colors? I haven't. I haven't tried the other colors yet. I'm the kind of person I will hold on to this for 100 years. Let's see what this one. This is the second one. It's this color. And I'm putting that on top of the other one, of course. And here's another color. See, that color is like more orange. So yeah, I did try this one. And this is more orangey. Isn't it beautiful? It just brightens up my whole face, doesn't it? It brightens up my whole face. I don't wear a lot of makeup, but when I do, this is fun. So I love telling her thank you because I'm always big on giving, not good at receiving. Till after I met hubby, and hubby just buys me things all the time. Let's get it on, come on, baby. Let's roll it, baby, and let's get down, baby. Roll it, baby, let roll it. Roll it, baby. Remember on Soul Train? Remember? Everybody did this. Come on, TR, let's go. Everybody get on it. He's right here. Everybody over here. Andre, say hi.
Hey.
He said, hey. He go, hey. Come on, baby, get on it. I need Mike Aldana because I kind of gotten off beat a little bit. He kind of tightens it. I was thinking of more of a 50s, 60s. Yes, you were. 50s, 60s colors, and you did. Oh, so it's not party time yet. Not really. See, I have to do the hand thing. You know, that kind of thing. He's in the way. I might could accidentally hit him. So, can't be hitting on hubby. So when he leaves, we're gonna get nasty. Come on, baby, get on it. Come on, Williams. I know you can dance. William Williams knows all the lyrics to probably every rap song ever made. Okay? And then we have Eric Wallace. You know he could move. You could know he could bust a move. And something about the neck thing. I still do that since I was a kid. That was badass. Michael Jackson did it. I'm a Michael Jackson baby. You know what I'm saying? I saw the moves. So yeah, they're celebrating still on TV. Andre's watching them celebrate because Andre was for the Boston Celtics. He did cheer one time for the Mavs because we were so low. Like we lost 2 games. It's late and I'm dancing right now. What? Come on, baby, gonna raise that roof. Woo-hoo. Do you do this, William? Remember the song? I know I'm not the only one. The Soul Train line. Remember when you was really getting down? You did this. Remember that? And you moved to the left, to the right, to the left, to the right, to the bell bottoms. Remember that? Come on now. I mean, I'm not really that old. I was a little girl practicing in the mirror. People are booing. What they booing for? Maybe they sang his name. Only if I'm winding. Yawn. Did you say yawn? It's late and I'm dancing right now. Only if I'm winding yarn. So you're winding down? Come on, baby, get on it. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Get on down to the floor. Oh, I got another. I got to show Mike my new move. It's kind of like pop locking, but it's not a horizontal. It's a vertical pop lock. I know, y'all. I got some more. You know, I'm still in training. Miss Harris says, do you remember to dance the Four Corners, or is it just in the East Coast? Wait a minute, let me see what she read again. Do you remember to dance the Four Corners, or is it just in the East Coast? I don't remember. And I didn't get out much. We didn't have neighbors. So I built my own world. Never heard of Four Corners. Tell me about that. Tell me about that. Inquiring minds want to. You ever remember Four Corners, Andre? She said, you ever dance the Four Corners? Was it sliding this way then back? Did I make it up? Did I not doing it? What? Up, up, back. Now to the left. To the right, to the left, back, left. Am I doing it? Is that 4? 1, 2, 3, 4? I learned a lot from Soul Train. And I'm telling you, my cousins, they thought I was the best dancer in the whole freaking world. I had to teach my sisters how to dance. Terry, Miss Tiara, I had a very tough night. I ate too many cherries yesterday. And I had to go to the powder room a lot. So I've counted. Well, I think I've ate 6 cherries. I'm going to eat 4 more. And I'm going to put this over here by hubby. So I won't eat any more. I'm putting this away. I might have eaten 25 cherries yesterday. And I'm eating them again tonight, but I'm not eating that many. Powder room. You're so proper. Yeah, of course. I had to go to powder room. I can hear my grandmother in my ear. Rhonda, put your chin up. Rhonda, use your knife. Do not say ain't. Do not say, what's the other word? Can't. And she wasn't strict. She was an amazing woman. She's a survivor. I say this all the time because I speak. Good night. Oh, hey, Jeff, I didn't know you were there. Andre, Jeff Lee is here. He's saying good night. Good night. And hubby Andre, chef, New York Giants, hubby Andre, says good night, Jiffy Jeff. And sweet dreams, Jiffy Jeff. So I say this all the time in her name because I love her and I'm going to talk about her all the time. And it's my grandmother from Tulsa, Oklahoma. Jiffy Jeff said good night. And she's a survivor of the Tulsa Massacre. Remember 1921, 1920? So yeah, I kind of get a little teary-eyed. I get out of breath because I just remember the energy when I was a little girl. You know how when you would go, my great-grandmother lived on Greenwood. So, you know, the Gap Band, you know, he's from, they named the Gap Band after the streets in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Okay? So you have Gap Band, G-A-P, which is Greenwood, Acorn, and Pine. Is it Acorn? Let me make sure because when I was a little girl, I used to go down those streets. Gap Band stands for the streets in Tulsa. Let me make sure I'm right. Greenwood Archer. Nice, sweetheart. Rocket Power. And sweet dreams to Jiffy Jeff. You're so loved by so many. So the Gap Band, my own Greenwood, my great-grandmother Anna, she lived on Greenwood in Tulsa, Oklahoma. And guess who her neighbor was? Her neighbor was Charlie Wilson's grandmother, not mother. You know Charlie Wilson from the Gap Band. So he named the Gap Band after the 3 streets that were destroyed during the Tulsa riots. The Tulsa riots, really bad people attacked African Americans. Tulsa, Oklahoma, the whole Tulsa, Oklahoma was considered as Black Wall Street. There was many Black Wall Streets in our country, and Tulsa, Oklahoma was one of the most popular, famous ones. I'm not trying to pit one above the other. I'm not trying to do that because there's other nice, wealthy places. But my family is from Tulsa, Oklahoma. And so, yeah, the Gap Band, I had to drop that little tidbit in there for y'all. Yeah, so I never met her, but I knew when I was a little girl and I'd go visit my great-grandmother in Greenwood, she would say, you know, Gap Band was very popular back then. You know, popular now, but very, you know, we had the 8-track, right? Y'all remember the 8-track? Yeah, 8 tracks. And I had the Gap Band. And when I heard that, I was like so amazed, you know, that his grandmother lived on that same street. Well, Andre and I took us back on a trip back there at Tulsa, Oklahoma, and it's all paved over. There's remnants of memory, like you can see the sidewalks and the driveways and things like that that they didn't get up. It's still there. But they tore all them houses down. And during the Tulsa riots, they burned everything down. And it was the only place in United States America that was affected by air assaults. Assault. Okay? So they dropped dynamite. They were in planes. They dropped dynamite. They dropped some whole bunch of homemade stuff to just blow up and burn up everybody. That was my complexion. True story. Look it up, y'all. It affects me personally. Because when I was a little girl, this is my family. I knew my grandmother. I spent the summers with her. I met my great-grandmother. And from time to time, I have posted pictures in the community tab of the Tulsa Massacre survivors. In memory of them, I might post one twice a month or once a month. Then I'll post some other family pictures and things like that. But I get out of breath when I talk about it because it does affect me. You know, because I remember living in the neighborhood and just feeling that energy. And my mother, every time she went back, she never told me about the Tulsa riots when I was a kid. I ended up learning about that when I was an adult. Then it started making sense when I started learning about it. And now I understood why every time Mother went into Tulsa, because when I was younger, we always took our vacations there, right? And my mother always had this huge sigh, like, every time we went to Tulsa. So I felt my mother's energy. She never just outright told me, right? She would always take deep breaths, and then what she'll do, she would shake a lot. And when she would talk about her neighbors, believe it or not, her neighbor was called Miss Cherry, which was across the street. She was an educator. And it was my family is a very well-off, highly educated family. Very highly educated. And the reason why they were very highly educated, because after the Tulsa riots, which means it affected people like my color, they tried to kill them all out. They claim only 300 people was unalived. We know it was thousands of unmarked graves, or big holes were dug and they were pushed off into these holes. Right now, they're still investigating these areas where they've seen the bones of people like me who were pushed and dumped into those areas. So not to be so somber, but just to let you know why I'm so happy about having roots from there, why I talk about it, and found out that 2 people who had the lawsuit that's still alive, the Supreme Court in Oklahoma did not approve for their reparations. They were the only 2 last survivors. There was a lawsuit. My mother knew one of them for sure, the one who died. She knew them. They're neighbors. It's on TV, but it's her people. You know, I would hear her talk about it since I was a child. So uh, after that, my grandmother played a very large role of flying to New York and going across this country and networking with people and building Tulsa back. Okay? So she was an educator for over 30 something years, and everybody who was a child from that time of the Tulsa massacre, then these parents back then networked together, black families networked together to make sure that every one of their children went to college and got a master's. So my grandmother got her master's at a HBCU. She was one of them. All the children in that area ended up getting doctorates, got their doctorate, got their pilot license, became a pilot, a professor. They all had big time titles. They were proud people. They built their neighborhood back. Of course, it was never like it was, right? They had to start over. So I was telling you all about Cab Calloway. Is my grandmother's cousin. So people see and remember Cab Calloway as being a singer and a performer. Well, Cab Calloway was very instrumental in his connections in New York to give resources to my grandmother and some other people. My grandmother was the main one who would go to New York and give her resources, whether it was representation, attorneys, money, things like that, the network. Like what reminds me of W.B. Du Bois in our book readings that I do. She would bring those resources back to Tulsa and help rebuild Tulsa. So she spent her whole life helping rebuild Tulsa, help educate excellence to black students. So when I'd go there and I'd visit her during the summer, she always had this beautiful library. Her living room was decorated like a place of Cinderella. It was a dream. People like her status, black people in the neighborhood, good night, Eric Wallace, in that neighborhood strived for excellence because they came from catastrophic time when their families were unalived and pushed into graves and burnt their barbershops down and their banks and their stores, and everything was leveled out to the ground. So Tulsa started building more barbecue stores. They were big with barbershops and hairdress people there. When I say they strived for excellence, they did. The women stayed in there at the beauty shops getting their hair done. And they dressed with their nice dresses back in the 60s, right? 50s and 60s. They dressed to a T with their nice sweater. My mother wouldn't call it sweater. She called it chiffon. I think it's like a chiffon type throw over her shoulders. They did that not to look down on others. They did that to show that they can rebuild. So there was more people than Cab Calloway. But I'm just dropping a dime. You know, I'm just kind of letting you know her networks. And she, Andre, what's that club place in New York? Huh? The Cotton Club. So she went to the Cotton Club a lot. And she had her minks, and she had several minks. And I inherited a camel coat, a long camel coat. That was big stuff back in the day. I don't have it anymore. But when I was a teenager, I inherited one of her coats made out of camel. There was no animal advocacy back then. My grandmother was a very, when I say proud woman, we're talking about proper. Rhonda, you're so proper. I've learned a lot of that class from my grandmother. I'm not faking the funk. I'm not trying to be something I'm not. It's just what was instilled in me. Back in that time, they instilled excellence in us because we had to prove that we can rebuild. So most of all the people, my mother was a part of debutante balls. That was that environment where black excellence. And so I ended up growing with, some of that in my system when I was taught to, how to speak, read, how to carry myself as a lady, those kinds of things. And it wasn't hard. I was excited to put the books on my head and learn my posture and walk straight. I don't know if y'all had that happen. Put the books on your head and walk straight. It wasn't punishment. I was having fun, actually. But she had a library to tell you about her living room. It was like Cinderella. It was so beautiful. She had Queen Anne chairs, French antiques. Tulsa, Oklahoma is well known for their antiques. Okay? She wasn't the only house there, but she had a house that you would say was the showcase. She was the social butterfly. And she was a community organizer, and people would come there. And she would give parties and try to get politicians placed in certain places to win, to invest back into community, to have the power of investments and how powers and relationship with banks and money. So everybody had a scholarship. If they didn't, they had the money to put their kids through college and work for not a degree, but for a master's. So her living room was so pretty with the antiques, crystal chandeliers. I remember as a kid, it was a part of the house no one came into. No one walked in that part of the house. But I would go down there and dream. She knew I was down there. When I tell you it was beautiful, the front door, nobody would come through the front door unless she had special guests, a special party. But I would go down there, and speaking about that, she would have, of course, a white piano. Everything was white and crystal and Queen Anne furniture and just some beautiful antiques. Her dining room had silver. She had gold, silver, and then silver. I say that silver. And she had a library because she was a teacher. She had iron gates. It was in her house. She had iron gates. You would open up the iron gate to go to libraries when I started loving reading. And every time I went back home, she would box me 2-3 boxes full of books that I could take back home with me. Okay, Lola. She said she'll be right back. And so the book, I would go in there and I'd read all those books. And outside of her library, she had a library, not just a book collection. She had a library in her house. And before you enter it, on the right was a fountain, a water fountain. It was the most beautiful thing I ever saw as a child. She had a water fountain as you walk into there and go to the library. And I would just dream, and I would sit in this beautiful red swivel chair. You know, the little furry red swivel 1960s chair. I would sit in that in the library, and I just would read. And she knew I was down there reading in that room. And I would just dream so much. So her aunt was actually alive and young during the massacre, who was my great aunt. And she would feed me coffee candy, just one. I was a little bitty girl in her whole bedroom. She stayed in my grandmother's house because my grandmother cared for her because she was a Tulsa massacre survivor. Back then, people... Okay, sweetie, so hubby's going to bed. All right, Andre Hubby said good night to everybody. So just kind of share with you, good night, Eric Wallace. Yes, good night, Eric. So just to let you know, I'll share tidbits of my dreams and visions, and I have my other grandmother in Greenwood. We got plenty of time. I have a lot to share with you. But I try not to share too much because it's a lot of history. I have a lot of history. A lot of beautiful history. We all do, right? But I like to share mine in memory of her. She's a beautiful woman. Her name was Josephine King. And she was married to Dr. Martin Luther King's cousin. He carried the name King. That means her husband was Dr. Martin Luther King's father's son. So she married a king, K-I-N-G. My mother's maiden name is King. You ready to hear another tidbit? Joe Louis is my mother's cousin who served in Congress. We all have famous family, right? We all do. But I like to share a little bit of mine. Martha's over there. So Joe Louis, or is it John Lewis? John Lewis? Sorry, I got that wrong. I'm full of cherries. John Lewis, okay, we got it right. American politician John Lewis. Let me get that right. So he could be a fourth cousin of mine. He was my mother's second cousin, and he was also my, that's why she went to New York a lot. Nobody knew why, right? They thought, oh, she was just going to the parties at the Cotton Club. But she used it as an opportunity to network and meet with people. You know, a lot of people back then didn't make phone calls. They wrote letters, right? They wrote letters. So John Lewis died in 2020. He was an American politician and civil rights activist who served the United States House of Representatives for Georgia's 5th Congressional District. Just kind of let you know about how all this ties into family, how all this ties into Tulsa, the Tulsa massacre and the riots, and probably how this ties into me inheriting some special gifts, some special things, that spark that people are probably wondering, she's got that spark. Where's that coming from? Just me and a bigger life, a family, you know, that works so hard to, you know, survive. So William says, I'm going to retire this evening. Everyone have a good night. Good night, my Cowboy Nation brother. Good night, because you get up so early to work out, don't you? You get up early. What, like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning? You get up early. You got to get your rest. I'm retired. I can stay. Okay, so y'all ready to hear this? Hubby is gone to sleep. Hubby is gone to sleep. It's time to get nasty. Come on, baby, get on it. Come on, Miss TR. Woo, baby. Do you know when I watch the replay? Yes, I do. I watch my replays because I like looking at what you all said. I like to see the traffic. I like to, you know, pay attention to what's going on in your lives and what you share. And I want to remember that, right? I want to remember those special things. Like Williams, who wakes up early in the morning to work out. Like Eric Wallace, he has, you know, some nephew and nieces and a sweet pet that comes and say, you know, hi to him. He gets so excited about that. And Lola from California, who is hot sauce. He has a chocolate in her life. And Miss TR, who's a breast cancer survivor. And she is my sister. And she knows everything about life and living. She's a sweetheart. She's a sweetie heart. So, yeah, I like to know people that I am speaking to. And there's a lot of things, too, that is confidential and private, and I respect that, you know? You don't have to tell me everything because guess what? Everybody else is seeing it too. But when you do share it, I really try to remember. Like Asia Robertson, her birthday is on June 19th, you know. My sister's birthday, that's from out of Waco, her birthday is this month. And sometimes I haven't been that great with dates. But since I've been doing the movies and programming and doing things like that, learning the different programs and editing, it has sharpened my mental skills. Because I lost a lot of that, y'all. I didn't have a stroke. Thank you, Lord. I didn't have a stroke. But slowly, and my husband's so patient with me, slowly I've been getting myself back, right? I've been slowly getting myself back. And having the movies have been mentally helping me and my memory and my writing skills and my physical therapy and my memory skills and my motivation. Getting out the house, going to specialists like I did today, went and visited a pulmonary specialist doing a follow-up visit, and he said that my results were, he said, you don't need me anymore. Get out. And thanks to you all, and this is a fact, I've been able to afford to go to the doctor, and I have no shame in my game. You know, I know when I went to Mark's channel, I give a couple of dollars here and there because I know with my experience in life that I do get it back in so many blessings because I know that Mark is doing that work. He's doing work to help community, right? Tracy, his wife, is doing work to help community. So I'm not donating to anybody else. So can I afford $5 a month? Probably. Because I'm going to always get it back tenfold. I know that. I'm very conscious about where my money goes because when I receive, your super chats, I'm so humbled and grateful. Now I'm budgeting how much I'm doing. So I'm not sending a whole lot of, money out there in other people's super chats. But I do feel that we in this country, I'm talking about, this is just me, being a living woman, a woman of life and my experiences, that I really feel that we are also put on this earth to give. I mean, give smart, I think that's just the way our economics, not only our economics, how our economics work, but also how our motivation when it comes to, I guess, also being blessed. I've been a living proof. And I always tell people, I'm not religious. I'm not. I don't follow any groups because I don't want to alienate anyone. I'm not going to have a preacher or someone talking to me telling me that I shouldn't believe in this and that, or someone's a different sexual orientation, or because someone is living a certain way, or have this snooty attitude because someone is, homeless, or because such and such is not dressed in their best, or because such and such ain't driving a Cadillac. I'm done with that. I'm done with that. I'm not going to spend my Sunday off sitting, watching someone in the pulpit and some bad energy around me when I don't have to be there. I'm not downing people who do go there. I'm not. But I'm saying for me, I've had enough. I've had enough of the BS. So, I know what I believe in. I know what I carry into my heart. And I don't have anybody trying to influence me to discriminate against someone just because my religion tells me to. Nope. I'm not going to do it. And that's just me. And I'm sure there's other people out there that think differently. And I respect you for that. But I'm just not wired to do that. I'm not wired like that. And I'll take that to my grave. I'm not going to be controlled that way. To hear someone that, because I've heard a lot of it, where the wife of a preacher and all this BS about her making fun of people, and then they would drive this big car and she will look down on others because she was driving this. You know, you understand what I'm saying? I just can't do it. I just won't do it. Mm-mm. So here's Martha. She's right here. She feels my energy. She feels me getting emotional. Hello, I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm okay. So cats can feel when you're emotional. She just jumped up here. She feels me. Fat kitty. She's a fat kitty. PHAT. She's fat and she got it going on. So I am glad you all enjoyed the live when I went live earlier. When y'all saw the guy that was a black chocolate. I didn't know he was filmed on my camera. You know, I had no idea. So I went back and looked at some of the replay today. I'm like, well, that's how you and Lola and Miss TR saw him. He was there. He was like right there visually. Did you watch the playback? I watched most of it, yes. And I'm not going to lie. I'm watching the playback. I'm going to tell you, and I don't think I'm a vain person whatsoever. I was laughing at myself. I was saying, hubby, I'm funny. My husband said, you're funny when you're trying not to be funny. I believe that now. I'm not trying to be funny. You know what I'm saying? Here's my baby. Hello, baby. Here she is, everybody. Here she is. She's back. She's back. Hello, baby. Yes. Hello, baby. Yes, baby. Yes, I kiss the cats. I kiss the cats. Yes. She wants to get down. She's trying to make up her mind to get down, and she's trying to make up her mind not to get down. So I have to hold her because she has this big belly. And since I have a stomach, I can relate. If someone picked me up, please watch my belly. So here she is. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. Y'all hear? I don't think she likes it. Okay, she wants to get down. I'll sing to her right now. She's right here. You make me happy when skies are gray. You never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. Let's see what Lola wrote. It's just you and I, sweetheart. It's just you and I. And you know what I found out too, Lola? I found out when I go back and look at some of my numbers that when you see the numbers, it's not the true count of everybody in there. So it's weird. It's like, oh, she's right here. She's right here. She wants me to sing to her some more. She's got her paw on my hand like, I know. I think that's really strange, right? Because I'm always looking at my numbers. I go, okay, 2 people in here and 5 people like. Well, I found out, usually when someone else will talk to me, or they would give me a timeline, they say, oh, I was there, blah, 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 blah. You know, so it's interesting. That's why every time I'm live, I always speak while I'm live like I'm speaking to like 1,000 people. I do. Because, hey, people listen to, the replay. People are hanging. That's why you always hear me go, and shout out to y'all hanging in the cut. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't see it. And I think the reason why, a lot of times those numbers, the numbers are revealed in the analytics, but a lot of times probably why we don't see it publicly, probably because they set their, probably their settings and stuff where to like privacy settings where they really can't be seen to a certain extent. So it's kind of weird. It's kind of like Yeah, some things are not put in writing by YouTube, but as like you, Lola, you seem very informed with how YouTube works. You do. So you kind of can see some things make sense and some things just don't make sense. You know what I'm saying? Like according to the according to what you read, what YouTube guidelines are, sometimes you experience something different. So here she is. She's right here. Let's see if I can do it without turning everything upside down. So here's Mothra. She's right there looking at me. Let me see if I can, if I take it down, it's going to like, everything's going to fall to pieces. She's right here. I'm playing with that sweet baby. Yes. I know my back was bothering me because I didn't have a pillow. You are my sunshine. I'm patting the kitty cat. Let's see if I can get this loose so I can show you all. Testing 1 2 3. 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 Okay, I don't know why it does that, but guess what? I have learned to get it back working, and I had to like refresh. Okay, so I had to refresh. So sorry about that, Lola. I should have been paying attention to what you shared with me. Thank you so much for having my back. But this is what I was playing actually. Oh my God. I, I actually gasp when I see things like this.
NFL player allegedly ran out on prostitute without
Can you hear it now?
NFL player Terrell Lewis allegedly ran out on a prostitute without paying for her services. Cell phone video shows a naked woman chasing a man down a hotel hallway. It isn't clear who is recording the footage. Instagram model Mia Mercy posted the video on her social media pages. Mia later identified the fleeing man as the Philadelphia Eagles linebacker. She captioned the video, "We've got a runner, ladies and gentlemen, at _real24_run me my MFN money." She also tagged the Eagles, NFL coaches, as well as a media outlet. Caution. Video contains nudity and profane language that may be offensive to some viewers. Lewis, 25, made his social media pages private after the video went viral on Saturday. No police report has been filed as of Sunday morning. Lewis is a 6'5" Washington, D.C. native who played for Alabama, where he was known as Terrell Hall. Lewis changed his name from Hall to Lewis in his sophomore year. He was selected by the Los Angeles Rams in the third round of the 2020 NFL Draft. In addition to his stints with the Rams and the Eagles, Lewis played for the Chicago Bears, 2022, and the New Orleans Saints, 2023. So far, the Eagles have not commented on the hotel incident.
Okay. I'm trying to get this. So yeah, and the link that I sent is uncut. I had to look into this a little deeper because you know how curious I am. And I got to get this fan and off my mic because I think I hear the wind blowing. So, okay. So yeah, that makes me gasp. I'm like, you know, just to see that, I go, So if you go to that link and you scroll down, halfway down, all the way down, you'll see the video that's uncut. Oh my God. I just watched the video again. Okay. So yeah, I was just now just looking at some more stuff going on with that story. And like Lola, what you were saying, you said all that money and he's paying for a prostitute. Sex. People out there have some sick addictions. A lot of sick sexual addictions. a lot of sick sexual addictions. And it's a lot of things going on out there when you hear somebody say, oh, I'll never pay for pee. Yes, they do. I'm making all this money out of, yes, you do. Yes, they are paying for it. They're paying a lot of money for it. Because it's so weird. It's like what I've been learning about that is that you have people that, and I'm saying not just men, even though we see the majority of men, right? That a lot of them in their life, they don't have any control, right? Probably the things that they're paying for, their partner or whatever in that circle will not do those things. And also their fantasy to play it off, to play along with it, turns them on. So it's just, when you hear somebody say, oh, I ain't gonna do that, I ain't gonna do that, I ain't gonna do it. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. They will. They can. There's a lot of good men out there. I feel there's more good men out there. I'm not saying Terrell is bad, but one thing, his ass is bad for not paying for it. Oh my God. How's he going to outlive this? The whole freaking season is going to be about his ass. Every time they talk about the Eagles, it's going to be about Terrell Owens, the prostitute, this and that. All year, whole year, we got to hear this dumb blankety blank. God. Oh, Lord. So, yeah, I ended up hearing that when Mark Holmes was live. I said, I got to look into it a little bit more. And you know me, I have been practicing to go on live just like that so I can talk about what's trending. No, I don't think I'm a gossip channel at all, but I do talk about what's trending. I have to see this. I mean, really, I'm that curious. I want to see. I want to see her butt crack. Is she really naked? Yeah. I got to see the uncut version. I'm like, I got to be nosy. Was he undressed too? What's up with these people in the hotel rooms like P. Diddy swanging? Hey, there's a swanging. Now, I don't like what he did. I could be slapped up. Bleep, bleep, bleep. I can't stand that. But what's up with these men in the hallways? What's up with this? I mean, is there something trending where hotels are, they have these copies? People are finding out when crimes are committed that people, institutions, businesses have a certain amount of days to release the tape. That is an executive order that has been signed whether people like it or not. So, however, there's not a hotel tape, right? So in this specific video, someone is there recording it, right? It just hit me. Someone is there recording it. Who is that? And why? Wow. When that comes out, that would be like, what? Is this another player? Is this another teammate on the team that's getting off on recording the act? But what's going on in Terrell Owens' head? Okay, so maybe it's not a team player. Maybe it's someone that she knows that's recording it. And maybe that's a part of the package that he paid for. So he can have a tape, something filmed that he can take home. Oh my God, the mind is going and going and going. My little things is going off, right? My mind just a-going, just a-going. I mean, did he pay for them services? to be recorded? I mean, he had to know that someone was recording it. Unless they're recording it through a peephole and he didn't know. So when he ran off, but didn't the film look like that that the person who had the film, didn't it look like that he probably knew someone was taking pictures and filming this? I mean, none of this makes sense. Y'all keep me up to date as to what y'all hear, but that's all I got for now. Which the new news came out that she actually got on Twitter and she tagged the NFL, his boss, and everybody else and said, homeboy owes me my money. Where's my money? Where's my money? So there we are. I had to look. I had to do my little detail, just looking, because I'm curious like that. Naked prostitute Mia Mercy seen chasing Terrell Lewis. So what I thought was hilarious is that there were Eagle fans in the chat room. And Mark Holmes, I have to give Mark Holmes his credit. So it was in Mark Holmes' chat room live. I give people credit, right? I'm going to say the name. Check out his live. He has it on there. He's talking about it in the chat room, and subscribe to his channel. But in the chat room, the Eagles fans were making excuses for this. And they were like, yeah, Mark, you lying, da, 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 da. No, he wasn't. This stuff is all over the internet, y'all. Okay? It's there. So we own up to our ish as Cowboy fans. Yeah, Jerry got caught. Yeah. There's some lawsuits against Dak. Okay. Michael Irvin. Okay. All alleged, well, not allegedly, there were allegations, but said they were innocent. Okay. All right. I'm not saying Jerry was. I'm just saying. People are human out there. It doesn't give them an excuse to do what they do, but God dang it. If you have services, homegirl needs to really have a Cash App, pay services in advance. Just because he's a baseball player, NBA, blah, 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 it doesn't mean that he's going to pay. Because if you notice, most people out there who are making a lot of money don't pay their bills on time. But people like me and you, it affects our credit. It does. I used to work for rich people all the time. So I know. I was an executive assistant. I was a legal assistant. I know. I was around rich people. And they never wanted to pay their bills. Just saying. And just because people might appear to be rich, they've mismanaged their money and been putting their money out for sex, for gambling, for things that are illegal, because they feel entitled, that they deserve more. You see? Entitlement is a mother. Breaking news. It's everywhere. Shout out to Mark Holmes for sharing this with us. It's all over the place. I Google it. It's everywhere. Reddit. It's all breaking. This prostitute allegedly chased NFL player. It's fair game. Breaking news. It's all over the place. So guess what? Your girl, Rhonda's Lovely Sparks. I did a thumbnail. I had fun doing the thumbnail. I did the thumbnail. My husband looked at it. He thought it was funny. I'm not trying to make fun of the demise of someone, right? That's not my thing. But I do want to talk about not everything that's trending, but because I love sports and because I don't like the Eagles, I'm going to talk about this because I like talking about it, because I should. It's sports. Plus, I put a poll out there for everybody. And in the poll, I asked people, I said, do you want me to talk more about sports? Oh, that's what the thumbnail, yeah. The thumbnail is her and him. And the middle, I have his head on a figure that's like running. And at the bottom, you see some dust. So your girl, Rhonda's Lovely Sparks, had to put some dust on there. Yeah, I did that right after Mark Holmes' channel. I put some dust under his feet. Him hauling ass. He's like, hauling ass. I'm looking at the thumbnail now, and I have it where he's like hauling ass. That's him, and that's her. And I worked on that thumbnail fast too, so I could, because I love having thumbnails. When I go live, I want you all to see what I might be talking about. You know what I'm saying? I want it to be appealing. You know, I want my channel to look good. And so yeah, that's him and her on the thumbnail. And it's relevant. It's relevant to talk about. Because they're always talking about cowboys. Which they should. My hubby sends me emails. You need to make these homemade meatballs and tomato sauce. He sends me this yummy meatball dish. And my hubby, I just love him. He just communicates with me, right? He sends me stuff to help me with my channel. He updates me on things in my channel. He sends me an email and stuff. And so we communicate with each other on emails, through email too. You know, we just communicate all the time. He leaves me notes if I'm up all night or whatever. When I get up in the morning or whatever and he's gone, he leaves me a note. He leaves me a note. I love that. You know, if you love someone, you would do things like that so they won't be like having anxiety. You know, where are you? Is everything okay? You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I just wanted to share that with you. Not that to be the only thing, but you know, I could talk all night. I'm just looking at my computer. I'm surfing. I see, shout out to people that are listening in the cut. Welcome to everybody around the world. From around the world, thank you. I did shout outs to everybody from around the world who are tuning into my channel. And also shout out to our members who are joined members. Y'all join. Check it out. I know a lot of people saying, boy, she's putting a lot out there to subscribers, and that's no cost, of course. But if y'all want perks, then y'all could pay into the perks and you get some more. You get some more good stuff. Quality. Not just putting stuff out there. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna get the work from me. I'm going to be working for you. And I'm enjoying the work that I do. I do. I enjoy the work that I do. Ah, my gosh. So I post also a thumbnail when I went live this morning, coming back from eating catfish and this great seafood. I also posted the thumbnail upside down on purpose. And then the first video that I did, I have Nippy. Her little nose and her mouth is only showing, so it's like this. So I'm having fun with this YouTube. Trust me, it's fun. It's fun. I'm having a ball. I said tonight I'm just going to take a break, so I'm not working on any movie tonight. I just went to see my friends in the Cowboy chat room, Dallas Cowboy chat room, and I saw my Eagles friends, and I saw Seattle Seahawk friends, and you know, there's a mixture, even though it's more Cowboys than everybody else, but there's a mixture, and I'm very cool and calm because football season hasn't started yet, but I might, you know, isn't it normal for me to be just a little bitter against our opponent? Wouldn't it be normal for me To get to a point where I'm going to talk trash, hell yeah, it's sports. Yeah, I'm going to talk trash. I'm not going to be cool and calm about it. Even though I know I have a lot of people who are fans uh, of other teams who are subscribers. So you talk your trash too, because you can do that. But in the spirit of the game, you should not ever expect less of me. I'm a Cowboy fan. It's all about the sports. It's all about the fun. Here's this sweet baby. Here she is. So she's sniffing because she's letting me know that things are in her way. So watch her. I have to clean up my papers. I have to get things out of her way because this is where she sleeps. And here's my calendar. So I have to get this out of her way. I have to clean up her area. So that's what she's letting me know. These things are in the way. So I clean it up. And so she can do her thing. And I get this out of the way. We have these nice, furry, soft throws. Oh, they feel so soft. So these are the throws I love. Get this out of homie, sweet baby's way. Clean up everything so she can go lay down in her spot. There you go, baby. There you go. Yes, it's her spot. It's her spot. Yes, it is. It's all about her. Vitamin A, D, and E. That's what I put on my lips, my skin. Moisturize. I'm kind of tired, but I'm not ready to go. So y'all hanging in there, that's great. Y'all get too tired and you got to go work tomorrow, then you all could check the replay because I want to talk about some other things that's going on. It's therapeutic for me too to talk. I'm a big communicator. I'm big on communicating. So I like communicating with you all, especially the ones who are paying into the channel. I like for y'all to know what's going on, what's in my head, what are my plans for the future, things like that. And what's going on with my family, what's going on with just life, right? I like to share with you my doctor's appointments. I'm just taking my time right now, putting everything away. I'm big on that. I'm not a neat freak, but I'm neat. So I have to, in order to be organized the way I am, I have to put things back in its place so I could find it. And I have to put the pillow on my back so I can relax. Shout out to you all in the chat room. And here's the baby right here. Let's see if we can get her seen. I'm kind of moving things around because she moves around. And I know you all like to see her. So here she is. So far, she's not complaining about the light. She, honestly, let me tell you what she wants. She wants to be combed. So I have to look down here and find her comb. Even though she loves sitting by me, she likes being combed. So I am trying to fix things. I'm trying to see if I could find the comb that I ended up, I think I put away somewhere. Oh, here it is. So she loves to be combed. And usually when she sits here, she's trying to signal me to comb her because she's shedding a lot. And plus it's good to comb her because I don't want her choking on any hair, hair balls. And plus she likes the massage and she likes the light on her, that bright light, because it's warm. Get this out the way. Get this out of her way. The sweet baby. And she'll let me get all up in here. So she'll hold her neck up. And she'll let me get in. And sometimes she'll flip upside down. So in a minute, you'll see her move upside down. So she loves being combed. And this is one of the best ASMRs that I love doing. I have a lot of ASMRs videos that I have. Sometimes I let her smell the comb. I let her see what's touching her, and I'll let her smell it so she can give me her approval. Sometimes she'll chew on it because that's what cats do. And then I'm going to see if she's going to let me comb her. Sometimes she don't want to be teased with it because instinctively they think you're playing. And or she probably just says stop. So far, again, she likes the light. So for you all who don't know, this is Mothra. We have 5 cats. So you see how she's moving? She wants to move so she could turn over on her back. So maybe if I get this out the way, because you know cats like sitting on things that you love, you know? So I'll move this out of her way. And I'll see if she'll get in position. Well, sometimes she'll get on her back. And she'll let me do her stomach. And sometimes I just put it down for her to feel like she can play with it. So she'll know what I'm doing. I never force anything on her. But I let her make sure she smells the tools that's touching her body. Let her become friends with it. Let her give approval. When she gets approval, she's fine. So, just touching her just a little bit. Not aggressively. Just a little bit. Do you want me to comb this part? You just like chewing on it? Can I comb this part? So it could be maybe. So I'm going to sit it here so she can. Do you want me to comb some more? You comb under your chin? Okay. It's always better to use like a cat comb, not your fingers. You know, a lot of people do the scrubbing and things with their fingers. And that's fine, but always use the comb. Because every time she moves, I try to get it in where I can because I'm not able to get this side sometimes. So far she's standing in there and letting me do it. So she wants to sit in the basket over there with all of our stuff. So that's what she's doing. We gave her some love tonight. I always make sure I give her some love. I have to give the baby some love. She's over there, got cat hair. Oh my goodness. So I'm just chilling right now. I just hang out with you all, just talking. I always talk like I have 5,000 people out in the cut because I understand that sometimes people will want to check this out at night. Some people sitting in the cut, they don't really want to be bothered. They just want to watch. And that's great because that's what my channel is about. For people just to listen, to watch, to relax, to, decompress. Even though I understand that news about this NFL player, Philadelphia Eagles NFL player. Sometimes some things you gotta laugh about. I mean, if people out there have legitimate things that's going on, I would never make fun of, and I'm not making fun of this either. However, I think it's just pretty commendable for her to run out the room. Because I've been in hotel rooms. My husband and I have traveled. So I know what that environment feels like. And I know y'all know what it feels like. Y'all been traveling, right? Y'all been in hotel rooms. So I can't imagine me running butt naked. But again, I guess it has everything to do with your occupation, right? And that's her occupation, right? She's about her money. I want my money, right? And she really supposed to be getting her money. So 2 snaps full circle. I like it. I'm proud of her pursuing what she deserves to get. I mean, there was an exchange. And for him to duck like that, is that not freaking embarrassing? People have no shame, do they? They have no freaking shame. So I am just looking at my YouTube channel, and I always talk about movies. I have to, because that's what my channel's about as well. And I give a little bit of extra when I talk about movies, not anything boring, but I talk about some highlights because I have a lot of people who, I've seen people who I have over 325 in 28 days, 325 new subscribers. So that's telling me something. That's telling me that they like my channel. They like what I'm talking about. They love the movies. They love the ASMR videos because I've been looking at my analytics. I've been looking at everything, right? Not obsessed, just want to look at things and learn what people like. How can I cater to you more? What are people wanting? What do you want to see? So I'm listening, I'm paying attention, and sometimes I probably won't always get it right, but I try. And I love you all. I love you all so much. So welcome to my chat room again. Welcome to my live chat, Rhonda's Lovely Sparks. Thank you so much for being here, and welcome to everybody. Thank you for pressing that like. It's going up, up, up. Shout out to people from around the world. I always say that from Australia, there is over 10,000 views from Australia. What is going on with y'all over there in Australia? Shout out to y'all. I did shout outs yesterday from people that are around the world who are subscribers to my page. I love you all, and I always tell people that is my dream, to have people on my YouTube from around the world. I want cultural diversity. Lola says, oh my God, there was a blank on my pillow just now. Let me see, what is the picture of that? A spider, you okay? Are you okay? Did you get him off? Because guess what? The climate is different, right? We have an exterminator that our management has coming by every 3 months, okay? Oh my God, sis, Lord. Be careful, because those things, they're going crazy. The climate is different. It's lots of wetness out there, a lot of rain, a lot of stuff going on out there, different weather. We've seen gigantic, yes, it's been hot these past couple days, yeah. And they're going out, Lola, and they're searching for a cool place. And they are, just let you know, yeah, we got more insects than human beings. So we saw outside our door gigantic water bugs. It wasn't a black spider, it was white. Oh my God, I've never seen a white spider. What does that mean? Let me look that up. White spider. You know me, California. I'm looking it up. Looks hideous. Or gray. Okay. I'm looking at the picture right now. Good Lord. It's horrible. My husband likes spiders. I don't like spiders. I understand their benefit, but I just don't like spiders. How are y'all doing? I'm seeing I have some more people sitting in the cut. Welcome. No, you have your privacy, respect to privacy. I can't see who you are, but I do see my numbers going up. So welcome to Rhonda's Lovely Sparks. And thank you so much for subscribing to my channel. I received over 300 something subscribers in 28 days. I know you all love the blob. And then Lois says, just imagine if I was asleep and didn't see it. I swear. When the exterminator came here, I had him also go outside of our windows, outside of our patio doors, outside of our, just all outside and inside. Like a perimeter extermination, like extermination, is that right? Exterminating around the perimeter of where we live. So I'm so sorry, girl. You got me thinking about me using I use diatomaceous. And I don't know if y'all heard about diatomaceous. Let me see if I can find it. Diatomaceous, I get diatomaceous food grade, which means that it's safe for pets. You can even eat it, and it kills bugs. I know, trust me. I couldn't believe it either at first, but I end up learning a lot since I've been here in East Texas. It's more rural, and it's a whole lot of wild animals out here. You know what I'm saying? A lot of different species of birds and insects, right? So that's another reason why I love my birds. I love my birds, my wild birds. I have seed out there because guess what? They get rid of the insects. That's why I love birds around my patio. I'll put some tea tree oil around my room. Yes, I mean, that's good too. DIAMA, diatomaceous. It's food grade. There's one that's not food grade. There's one that is food grade, okay? But I get the one that's food grade because we have pets. And you know me, y'all, when I study things, I study, okay? I mean, I do very heavy research. And so I'm going to send you this link. And when I tell you the truth, when I first moved into this apartment, I wanted to get so sick because it was infestation. And I'm not ashamed to share with you. When we moved here, it was a nightmare. I got really depressed because, we did downsizing and our life just changed so much, especially financially. And here's hopefully you could see this. It's a long link, but it's from Walmart. And so long story short, did it pop up? Long story short, there was war. You can get the one that has a little red cap on it. And it's called diatomaceous earth food grade. Again, food means it's safe around your pets, it's safe around you. There's no allergy issues, there's no chemicals and poisons, it's organic, it's safe. So what I did when I first moved here, of course, we had bad management before this management. This management is good here. The one before, not so much. Trust me, we were fighting war on roaches, spiders. It was horrible. My husband and I, since we've lived here almost 5 years now, we ended up making a lot of great changes to his place. It was just a bad nightmare. So I'm not going to let you all believe that, oh, it was just a perfect clean place. It was so nice. It was a fucking nightmare. Sorry, my French. Forgive my French. I'm just being honest with you. So anyway, we took off the plastic coverings for the electricity, the plugs. We took them off and we had someone to put diatomaceous behind the plugs around our Mike Aldana. Hello, Mike Aldana. That link there I had put in where my food is in the kitchen, bedrooms, bathroom, pantries, food storage, behind my TV, behind the sofa, dining room, especially around my dishes. That's why I tell you to get the food grade. When I tell you, and let me tell you something else that's weird that I have never tried because I'm not going to, but it's true. Google it, diatomaceous. People also digest it. Food grade, but it also kills all insects. Once we started using that, because we were fighting war in where we live right now. We were fighting a war. For 3 years, we were living out of containers, our food, Ziploc bags, snap lid containers. I was willing to not let that run me away. I said, I'm not going to do it. So it was outright war. Even I couldn't depend on exterminators that they used to have before the new management. The exterminators, I think they watered down their product because this new place, this new contract they have, not one problem, not one issue. But I'm sharing the details of my story because yes, Texas has a hell of a lot of spiders, poisonous, everything. So I use it because we do have cats, because there are children. We have my grandkids, we have neighbors, right? And I use that bottle with the little red cap. It's squeeze out, or you can buy a squeeze bottle with the powder. I put around the perimeter of where we live, around my windows. Inside and out is safe. So because of the year, because of different climate, because of all that rain in California and all that rain here, and it rained again today, which we're not complaining, it's just all the wild stuff gets stimulated. They're like, and then when it gets really hot, where do they go? They go to cool places. So just I love helping people. So anyway, shout out to Mike Aldana. So Mike Aldana says, get peppermint oil. We did. We use peppermint oil. We use a lot of that. I mean, of course, our issue was worse. And then Mike Aldana says, don't be surprised if you see some recluse spiders in Texas. Oh, I've seen them. It's why I take spraying more, exterminating very serious. And that's why I take diatomaceous, because I use it often and I use it aggressively. So it doesn't hurt you when you have allergies, and it doesn't hurt my cats. It doesn't hurt wildlife or people's children. We have approval to use it because we're on, we're on apartment property management. So it's safe. It's not like sulfur and things like that that's toxic, right? Even though I do use a little bit of sulfur around the perimeter of my patio, because I don't need to be getting on the patio, walking on patio, and there's a snake, right? So I'll use, it's not sulfur. It's similar to sulfur. It's another stuff I use for snakes. I had to think of what that was. I used to remember all of that. Something similar to sulfur. I used to live on a farm. I used to know all that. And now I guess that's okay if I don't remember. It'll come to me later. But the diatomaceous is a drain because it's friendly, around birds. We have wild birds here. I have a bird feeder, okay? And I have wild birds and I have feral cats. So I don't want anything chemical to harm them. So that's why I use that. And it's strong and it just does something to it. It kills the insects. It does. It's just something in it. So you all can do your research and look it up. And I heard this from a person, and I didn't just make that up on my own. I heard this from a very good friend of ours that helped us move. And he told me, yeah, Mike, it's a lot of poisonous spiders out here. I think Texas is known for being that state to have the most poisonous things, reptiles, insects. So it says here, what is diatomaceous earth? That you all can Google. I'm not going to bore you with that. Most people have never even heard of the term or have no idea what it is. Diatomaceous earth is a natural remedy with hundreds of uses. It's made from fossilized plankton that accumulates in freshwater lakes. The remains of the organisms contain silica, which is a major component of health, ligaments, and cartilage. It's gentle, abrasive, available in food grade and non-food grade, which I get the food grade because I have pets. And we have children around here, and I have grandbabies. Y'all know how I am about that. I'm very self-oriented. But it talks about diatomaceous is good for heart health. Yeah. It's good for heart health. Yes, it kills insects too. It's the best way to exterminate your house without odor. Has no odor. It fights infections. It also cleans your teeth. Right? Healthy skin and nails. I mean, it goes on and on. It goes on and on. Exfoliation. Constipation. I know. And you go, you use that to kill spiders and insects? Yeah. Collagen. It's great for skin. Energy increase. And other uses. So, but diatomaceous earth is used to kill bugs. And it's the only thing that got rid of the infestation. So how did we have the infestation? Again, the infestation was here before we got here. And we found out that we had a neighbor that's no longer our neighbor. I hate to talk bad about her. I'm not trying to talk bad about her because you all don't know who she is. But she had her bed, she has children, and her bed had, I don't want to gross y'all out, but let's just make it mild. It had a lot of stuff that's haunting, and I'm not going to say that in detail, okay? But when I tell you it's haunting, it's a living horror. So what happened, the living horror that she had extended into here, and it came all over. It was all over the place. So I'm posting right here the benefits of it. Kind of gives you an idea. You all can go on YouTube, check it out. But when I find something like kaffir or something like diatomaceous, food grade, there's different grades, that I will share with my friends because I know how long it took me to find out, about these hidden gems, these secret gems that I couldn't believe was out there. A lot of people haven't heard about it. A lot of times people will see it in the grocery store and would just bypass it because you don't know what it's for. It's like, what is this for? You don't really care, really. You go to what you know. You know what I'm saying? You go to what you know. So, welcome to Mike Aldana. Shout out. Eric Wallace went to sleep. William Williams. Shout out to him. He went to sleep. And hello to my Lola. She's here. Hubby is in the room. I don't know if he's asleep. He probably is asleep. Sometimes he'll go in the room and he'll play my video and he'll go to sleep because it helps him sleep. When I'm not in there, he probably doesn't go to sleep like that. So if he knows I'm close, we're so used to sleeping close together. You know what I'm saying? How that is, like a nice little teddy bear. So I know when I'm not in there, I know he'll watch me on video, or I'm not saying I'm all that, but I am. Because we love each other. If you love each other, shout it out. Be proud. Be proud about it. That's right. So that's what I was like, hitting some spots there. What y'all could share what's on y'all's mind, what you want to chat about. How was your day today? What are your plans this weekend, if you have any? What have you been doing today? What are you going to do tomorrow? We talked about sports. About this just means he misses you. Yes, I know he does. Micah, Dana, you're such a sweet guy. Don't feel embarrassed if I say that. You are so kind. You have such a kind spirit. I just wanted to tell you that. You have such a kind spirit. It's so kind. So, yeah, I feel he does miss me because when, he supports me on the YouTube channel. He loves it because he knows how it's made me better. Even my husband makes me better in all things, right? And at the same time, the people that we love really can't fix everything, even though they try, right? Someone who loves you tries to fix everything. It's just normal. I'm not saying fix things like being obsessive, or unhealthy. I'm talking about in a healthy way. So he's just happy to see that there's something else out there too, that he sits back and he recognizes that lights my fire. It makes me feel good. So I was really happy to be able to find that. And what I thrive, and thank you, Michael Dana said, I try. You do. I mean, I could tell that. I know that when we are trying to work on self, sometimes we have to just tap into something that's just not always in your face. Sometimes it's a feeling. And what made me happy more than anything in this world, and I am telling you the truth, my dream, and I tell people that, is that I wanted people from around the world to be on my YouTube. I'm always like that. When I was a child, I love different complexions. I just love things that look different. I love people I could see through rose-colored glasses. You know what I'm saying? And I just wanted I love animals. I grew up on a farm. I have compassion for living things. I have compassion for plants. I'm a country girl. I'm from Texas. I grew up on a farm. And I've seen a lot of things with animals. I've seen a lot of death. And I've seen a lot of birth. And I helped cows give birth to calves. I used to wear them gloves. And I used to put my hands inside of a mama cow and help pull that calf out, because the mama cow was dying. I had one cow in my lifetime to earn its angel wings. The other cows we were able to save. Most of the times, if a calf is breech, sometimes they don't live. Especially if you find a cow that goes way in back in a pasture, and they do that when they have babies, they go way in the back. And then you just got to watch cows like they're your babies. And sometimes they go way back there and end up giving birth while you're asleep or something. And they go through trauma, So, I've had those experiences. I think that has a lot to do with me having compassion and love and being able to be pure. You know, I could be pure, be pure, naturally pure, and feel safe. Put up my precautions as to what I say and what I put out there. But I've been living, and I want to continue to live a good life. I've had some struggles, but I survive. And I want to say today, and I've been very cautious in saying this, but I want to say, damn, I am so authentically happy right now. Meeting my husband, that was another level of the greatest happiness I can ever experience, and grandbabies and things. But I'm talking about well-rounded, right? Sometimes in life it's hard to have everything, rocking on all cylinders. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's like you can have that one great thing that's so great, and you hone on to that, and everything else is like effed up, right? But I got that one great thing, or I can tolerate the job, but it's that one good thing in that job I love. And I could say authentically that everything around me is balanced. My grandbaby is healthy. My grandbaby survived. That I haven't been diagnosed with cancer. There's times I thought I had it, and I go get my pap smear, and I go do this and that, and found out I'm okay. Thank you, God, for having mercy on me. So it's like, I'm so humble. And my husband said, you need to get to a point where, Rhonda, you can be confident in being happy. And with being with him has made me more confident. Because he just does everything to make me feel safe, to make me feel comfortable, for me to feel secure. After I met my husband today, he made me feel first time in my life that I could speak up at my job. You know what I'm saying? That I could speak out, that I could trust myself, that I could be intellectual about sharing, reading policy, learning what the policies are, be classy, but at the same time, feel confident. And before I retired, I was able to experience that for the first time in my life, being that confident in my job, to ask for that raise. Because I'm a person that came back from the days where you get a job and you don't be happy with it. You just work and you put shoes on your kids' feet, and you bring, you buy groceries, you put food on the table, and that's all that mattered. So I come from that era. You don't care if you're digging horse stuff, right? Horse-ish. Or if you're washing dishes, or you work in a restaurant, or whatever it takes. So I have love and compassion for janitors, right? The ditch digger. And so I grew up with that, because I think just my hard work ethic on the job. On the farm, right? And I think because of my wiring, because I'm different. Even though my parents taught me a lot, I give them credit. But I think I came out probably a little better than my parents, probably. I have respect for them. But the things they did, I would have never done. If my grandmother was alive, she would not have approved. My grandfather was alive, he would not have approved of that. So, moving on, because I could smile while I talk about that. I'm not in pain. I'm not hurting. I think what really makes me nervous is being in love and loving my life so much right now that I want my husband and me to live forever, right? So we instill into each other those things, that we are into each other. We live in the now, even though we do financially plan things smart. we haven't completed our, our planning, and we need to work on that when it comes to life planning. That's a goal I need to meet before the end of the year for both of us. But we've had that talk. It doesn't make it any easier. But I realized that I've seen a lot of death. I've experienced people who I love so much, like my aunt who passed away. And I didn't go to the funeral. And I felt that I didn't have to go to a funeral. You understand? I knew her while she was alive. I have fun and joy with her when she was alive. My aunt was the best thing since sliced bread. She was the first black lieutenant of the police department. Black woman lieutenant. I talk about her. I love her. I love her. I talk about her like in present tense, right? And she ended up getting severe dementia, Alzheimer's. She went through a lot in her job, discrimination, just a lot of stuff that affected her health. But she loved me. She flew all the way to Kansas City, Missouri, where I'm born, and she came to visit me. She came to visit me, and I was a little baby. She was also a member of the Black Panthers Party. And so there were a lot of death threats in the South. So what she shared with me, she got on a plane and she went to stay with us in Kansas City, Missouri, to go in hiding. It's so funny that she was a member of the Black Panthers Party when the Black Panthers Party didn't do too much of that extreme, right? That's when they were part of food programs and building black life and building black love and things like that. So she flew to Kansas City, Missouri to go in hiding. But it's so funny because she ended up, with her history, she ended up being a lieutenant for the police department. You know? And she had a lot of respect from people in her neighborhood and in her city, in her state. So, yeah, I just didn't go to a funeral. And traditions have changed with me because I do want to set a different way of living for my daughters, even though they are grown and they make their own decisions. But there's a lot of things about tradition had really affected me in a negative way. And there's some traditions I don't need to carry. I don't need to be a part of a big funeral with people crying and falling all over the coffin. I don't want to see that. I don't remember that. I don't want to remember that person in that way. I don't want to grieve in that way. It will kill me, right? I love you while you are alive. I will send you your flowers while you are alive. I will tell you to your face I love you while you are alive. You will not see me or hear me or whatever if you're dead. So I'm not going to spend $20,000 on a coffin, on a funeral. I don't want them spending that on me either. Cremate me and spread my ashes behind the barbecue joint here. They got some good barbecue. Just get my ashes. There's a dumpster in the back of the barbecue joint. Just spread my ashes around the barbecue joint. I'm good. Don't spend no money on me. Don't buy a bunch of flowers I'm not going to smell. Buy my flowers now, where I could smell those flowers and enjoy them flowers. Hubby gets me flowers every week, and he doesn't spend a ton of money. He gets me like $5 little cute alstroemeria with one rose or something. It's $5, right? And sometimes I get the leftover flower parts that dries up really pretty, and I'll make another flower arrangement, or I'll save the rose stem. So he ain't spending no $100, $200. I wouldn't go for that. He spends like a little $5. You can ask the florist if it rocks your boat. The florist will say, he'll go to the florist and say, Make me something really pretty. $5. I want some alstroemeria because it's one of my other favorite flowers too. And they'll put some greenery in it, something really pretty, some greenery, and some alstroemeria, and probably some coloring here and there. And that's all I want, because flowers remind me that I'm still alive. So do not spend no money on no funeral for me. I don't want anybody falling over my coffin. So I teach my daughters today to love me now. Let's have fun. Remember me when I'm gone. Talk about me. Tell my grandbabies about me. I'm living life right now. And I'm living in my greatest happy as I ever can. Because I've suffered too long as a single parent, as a child, as a single parent, as a teen. I suffered too long. So today, I'm gonna party. Come on, baby, get on it. Come on, baby, get on it. Party. I'm gonna make somebody laugh. If you're not gonna laugh, somehow, I'm gonna get you laughing. That's right. That's my thing. That's my legacy. Around the world, people are subscribing. Make it 10 million subscribers. That's right. I want to share my joy with people. My joy. Because I know there's a lot of people out there in pain. There's a lot of people that are suffering. God, I have a lot to be grateful for. Michael Dana goes, come on, baby, let's party. And guess where I'm at? In my house with the kitty cat. Right here. Martha's right here. Hello, baby. Oh, yes. Look at this sweet thing. Yeah. She's right here. Those little things mean a lot to me. My husband would ask me when we first met. He said, Rhonda, what makes you happy? That's when we were dating. I could not answer him because my whole life I've been catering to other people. I served others. I catered to others unconditionally. Never expected anything back in return. For the first time, I was asked that question. I said, baby, can you give me some time to think about it? So I still didn't have an answer. I start just like kind of throwing things out there, throwing things up in the air like, okay, let's start. I love you, hubby. You make me happy. Okay. I love my grandbabies. I love this and that. Then the longer I've been retired, I found out I love me. I love gardening. I love flowers. I love cooking. Now I love the idea my husband cooks and I don't. I love that even more. I love having cats in my house. I love being able to buy something that I don't have to have. I like being able to buy something that I want. My whole life I always had to buy something that I desperately needed and I still couldn't fit the bill. I still couldn't afford it. Right? Now I can buy something. I can buy what I want, even though I don't overspend. You understand? It's just the idea. Coming back from homelessness, you learn a lot too. But it's just the idea in my head that, I can have anything I want. But I can also say, I don't want that. Or I'm not going to spend my money on that. But we're going to go out to eat today, right? Because we've been locked up because of COVID for so long, right? And we've always been caring for others, which is okay. But it's our time, right? So I've just had to learn, what do I love? I love to sleep. I love reading books. Just certain books. I don't like reading everything. I love some books. I love watching TV. I love watching movies. I love doing movie watch parties. I love my cats. I love being alive. Ask yourself that question. What do you love? I love the idea that I can say no and I could stand true to my convictions. I love that I can, if there's people that's hurting me, that I could make up my mind to never see them again, and I could be okay with that. That just because we're family, I don't have to be in something so toxic that it's going to take my life away, that I'm going to have a stroke. It's not worth it. I love the idea that I can sit in front of you and just talk. And just talk. And there's someone out there listening. Someone's actually listening. Or I went to sleep because they love my voice, because my voice is ASMR. Whatever floats your boat, however I can help you, I want to give you those gifts. Because I'm grateful, because I've come a long way. There was times I used to cry so much that I begged God to get rid of my tears of joy and plead to get rid of my tears and replace them with tears of joy. I remember that at the top of my head because I prayed for it so much. I was crying so much. I didn't realize I had that much water in me. I am not kidding y'all. I used to cry. I'm talking about before I met my husband, everything. I cried. I had water all the time, just coming out my eyes. And I would pray. I would say, God, can you help get rid of my tears of sadness and replace them with tears of joy? I was that sick of crying. And guess what? Now I cry from being happy. Happy tears. Happy laughter. Y'all make me laugh. And I know it's a lot of people out there in pain. Oh, God, do I know. Ukraine is in war. There's Pakistanians, there's Israelis, there's Africa, there's Haiti, there's the floods and earthquakes, and it's a lot, right? So I focus on here. I'm not being selfish. I'm thinking about them, but in order for me to save my life and keep my nose above water, then I have to really here put one foot in front of the other, because I spent my whole life saving lives. It's a part of emergency response, CPR, saving lives. And now I'm trying to save mine, my hubbies, and my kitty cats and the wild birds and things that I want to do, not necessarily things that I have to do. Because my whole life it's all been about things that I have to do out of necessity and desperation. And now I can say, well, I want this. I want to just watch some TV. I want to see what Victor Newman with his angry ass is talking about on Young and the Restless. Or Sheila on Bold and the Beautiful. She has 9 toes instead of 10. You know? Or, oh my God, let me get a comb and actually comb my cat tonight. or apply some frankincense on my face and experiment and see if I can even look better than I feel, right? Things that I want to do, not things that I have to do. So that's what I wanted to share with you all tonight. I am 1 hour and 49 minutes and 31 seconds into Rhonda's lovely sparks. I am so happy to spend time with you all. I miss going on every night. I realize I can't do it every night, and I might can. I've been doing pretty good. I've been doing it every day, right? 3 times a day I'm going live. Okay, it's working. I want to be live as much as I can. And I had also a poll I put out. I said, do people want to see some sports? And I've had more votes that people want to see sports too. So no, I'm staying with my my genre. I'm staying with my what do you call it? My brand. But what is my brand? My brand is not to like put myself in a box. So if there's another NBA game, if there's some football, if there's going to be some after party after, a watch party of a game, if there's an after party I can do, then if people ain't ready to go to bed after a game, then I'll just go live. Because there's a lot of people on my page that are not NFL fans. So I don't want to neglect them. I want to be able to give something to a little bit of everybody around the world. So there was a time, and now I stay up late because I want to see my friends in the Philippines. I want to see my subscribers that are in India. I want to see my subscribers that are in Serbia, that are on the other part of the world that never get to meet me live. I want to meet them. So that's why I'm inspired to stay up late, because I want to tell you all thank you. We're different time zones, and I know you all are subscribed and you all have been supporting my channel, and you all never get to talk to me. Well, I am making the effort to make sure you can, that you can see me live, that you can do shout outs. Again, shout out to Australia and Africa and everybody out there, Mexico. And my thought process also when I do movies is I realize that I have subscribers that are living in war-torn areas. I know. It's why you see me do extra in my movies. Whatever it takes, you'll see something in my work that you haven't seen nowhere else. You're going to see a little extra something that's different, because I know you are in a war-torn area that happens to have internet access. Like I see some people on my page that is in Ukraine. So if I can give you something that can take you away from war, so be it. That's a responsibility I'm proud to carry. People that are living in poverty in this country. Students who cannot afford to go to the movies. You all in college, but you can come tap into this and get some entertainment, right? Take a break. Because college life is hard. So I try to stay informed on what's going on around the world without it stressing me. And I know there's people that want something different than everywhere else. And I know I have that channel. I know I'm different. I know I'm unique. I know I'm different. And that's what people want. And this helps, when you all come to my page, this helps a lot to get my word out so I can reach those people. When I say I want 1 million subscribers, it's not because I want your money. It's because I want to be able to help you. Because guess what? My wiring, my whole life, I helped others. I'm retired now. Doesn't mean that I don't want to help people anymore. I still have a way to do that without getting burned out. So whoever you are out there in the hospital, have a child in the hospital, grieving because you lost a spouse, because you lost a pet, because you might lose your house next week. People are surviving living in their cars. You've been listening to my channel. People who are living off the grid. You are watching this channel. My friend, No People, No Problems in Serbia. He's living off the grid. I have a best friend on here that is living in an RV. She doesn't live in a house because she wanted to downsize. And there are people living in their cars who are watching my channel. I know who you are. I read your comments. I'm paying attention. I love you. It's why you see my channel has so many diverse things about it. It's to give you a variety of things that can help you make it. Whatever that you're going through. I have a friend of mine that's in New York who is homeless, who has this gorgeous channel. He has subscribed. He finally made it to 1,000 subscribers. You know who you are. And I watch you. And I watch you taking that train to wherever you're going. You're homeless, but you keep believing. I know you. You're there. I see you. I recognize you. Floods, tornadoes. People are like wiped out, but they still get their cell phone and they turn on my channel and they check out my channel because I have a voice, because I have a nice voice, because I'm proper, because I'm a lady, because I'm fun, because I'm not boring, and I could sing, and I could do poetry, and I could do reading, and I have a cat that I love so much. And I love animals, and I love people of all complexions, sizes, religions, and faiths around the world. A shout out to Americans in Canada and Australia and India. And I also have subscribers from Russia and Germany and United Kingdom across the pond. And I have friends on my page who are Republicans and they're Democrats. And they're independents. Welcome to Rhonda's Lovely Sparks, where I will give you the spark. And I'm so happy to see people who are surfing the internet and they find me because The Blob brought you here. Of all things, The Blob, the movie, 1958, I believe, with Steve McQueen, brought you to me, of all movies. 325 subscribers. I know you're going through a lot. I'm not preaching. I'm not a preacher. I'm not even religious. I'm just spiritual. I just don't discriminate. I just want to live. I want you all to live. I want everybody to get to a place where you can feel like me. And let's say you're feeling better than me. What if you're in your penthouse in New York and you're listening to me? Yay! Maybe there's something I could do for you because you're rich, but you're lonely. You're rich and you want to get off cocaine. You're rich and you got this big ass mansion, but you're lonely. So no, not just poor folks like me go through things, but rich people do too. We'll never know. Probably the King of England is listening to me. We do have some people from England that subscribe. We don't know who's listening. Obviously, it's something you like. Spread the word. Share. Share me. Get me growing so people can like experience what you're experiencing. If you like it, right? If you like it, share it. Get me growing. That's why I want to grow. Not to become a millionaire. No. No, because more money, more problems. No, not interested. Just being honest with you. I'm retired. I'm living on a fixed income. I'm good. But I want to leave a legacy. And that legacy is to bring us together. is to help you. Anxiety, stress, whatever. Even if you're mentally healthy. If I could add something, that's what I want to do. I want to help. Okay? Okay. So hopefully you all can have a really good rest tonight. And then do shout outs. Say something to me in the community tab. I'm human. I read it. I see you. I'm real. I'm real. You are so beautiful to me. You are so beautiful to me. Can't you see? And you're everything that I hope for. And you're everything I need. You are so beautiful to me, to me, to me. I'll see you soon. I'll see you soon.